Well, welcome and good morning. I'm Karen. This is Veronica Streams Coaching and Tarot. It's not really morning here anymore, but that's okay. This is going to be kind of our daily reading, but we'll take a look at what's coming up over the next week. So I'll do it a little differently. See how that turned out. I'm going to use my Barbieri Tarot for the reading. We'll just take a look. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this exactly, so bear with me and let's enjoy this. Let's go. Got a cat meowing at me, jumping on me. I really am wearing black and he's white and he sheds like crazy. So are you going to come off the table so that we can do our reading? You can lay on my lap. There we go. Sit down. Please, 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 please. Sit down. Sit down. Thank you. I got to do that again. Sorry, guys. I wasn't sure how I cut them. Okay, let's get going. I knew he would jump up. I've been like kind of like sitting here for a while, but of course it's like he hears me talk and I think he goes, well, who are you talking to? Okay, so this is everybody I'm talking to. See everybody out there? And he says no. Okay, let's go. Okay. So what are we gonna do? Let's see. Let's take a look at the energy upcoming this week. So I'm just gonna pull let's do 3 cards. High Priestess, 7 of Cups. Oh, these are all kind of wonky. 4 of Swords and Strength. I've pulled 4 cards. This is kind of the energy of the flow of the week. Okay, so I mean, you can put them together. We'll read them as kind of a story as the week moves forward. What is going on? What is unexpected this week? What is something coming in this week that's unexpected? 10 of Wands. Okay. How about what is the main focus for the upcoming week? Oh, Sun, like that. Okay. What do we need to look for? Ace of Cups. I want to put that there. What is going to be our biggest challenge this week? 9 of Cups. What is our largest strength? Most powerful Fool. And where does this all lead? That didn't feel right. Where does this all lead? The Chariot, followed by the Judgment. So I've got a lot of, well, feels like a lot of majors. I mean, kind of. You know, it's interesting with that 9 of Cups being in our challenge for the week. So as the week progresses, we have the High Priestess to the 7 of Cups, 4 of Swords, Strength. So there is a feeling to me when I see these 2 cards together. So we're starting out like, you know, and I don't feel like this is necessarily all about intuition, but it is about believing in yourself. And I feel like that's kind of the highlight. And I'll clarify that High Priestess, but as it moves in forward, when we start believing in ourselves, we kind of can start seeing our choices. And that's what happens here. So that you're realizing, and I feel like with the 7 of Cups, it's kind of like, you know, highlighting her globe. And that makes me feel like the choices are going to be highlighted. Let's hold on to the rest. Where's my Witch's Tarot? Okay, so let's clarify that. I know I'm not doing the bottom of the deck. I mean, I can look at what it is. It's two of Swords, so I mean, I'm not going to focus on that. This is more about moving forward anyway. Yes, baby. Okay, so I want to know about the High Priestess. Is there anything more we need to know about that? I am just going to pull 1 card. You know what? I'm going to do this just a little bit different. I'm going to clarify everything at the end. I'm going to do the reading and then reread. So Yeah, I feel like that you're definitely, as the week moves forward, your choices are being highlighted. The Four of Swords, I feel like what's happening, especially following a Seven of Cups energy, is you taking a moment before you make a quick decision, before just jumping in, right? So, okay, what's I'm going to take a little time out. I'm going to take a break here. It could also be like healing, and we'll find out more when we clarify. Then it leads to that strength. And that's good because it feels to me like, okay, I've got this. The week is not like there's nothing like huge happening, but I do feel like with the following cards, there's a lot more going on. You know, what is unexpected is the Ten of Wands, and I feel like that's good too because I feel like you feel like you're coming to an end of a situation that's been hard, and I like that a lot. Then the Sun, this was what's the best thing, right? That's going to happen. Like, no, what's the main focus for the week, or what's the most important thing? Was the Sun, which is joy. And I like that because, and I feel like too, like there is that decision making with that Seven of Cups feels like it has to do with finding your joy again, trusting yourself to make these decisions moving forward or choices. What to look for is that Ace of Cups. This can be absolutely looking for something new as far as relationships, but it also can be looking into our own self, finding love within ourselves, loving ourselves, having a better relationship with ourselves. I feel like, especially the week starting with the High Priestess, it feels a lot about, working on you and working on yourself. I mean, just that card alone says that there is going to be a really big challenge, and that's about something that's really, and we'll clarify this guy too. We'll clarify them all. Your wishes, your true desires maybe feel like they're really hard. They're either going to be feel like you can't reach them, or you may get disappointed. I don't feel like it's disappointment. I feel like it's more about reaching these. And I feel like it could be also a challenge to say, oh, is this really something you want? You remember, always be careful of what you wish for. However, the challenge is you're going to go all into something here. Or the strength. I'm sorry, the strength. Yeah. Going all in and saying, you know what? I'm doing this. And, whatever, wherever it takes me, it takes me. It's kind of, blind faith in a way. But then I really like where it all leads. So as the week progresses and probably into the weekend, there may be something really exciting coming in here with this Chariot. I feel like too, especially with that joy and the best thing, right? I think that's what I pulled, but it's a focus of the week is the joy, and that brings in like, okay, I'm ready to do this. So after the Fool being our strength, the Chariot is where this all leads. There's definitely something happening, and it definitely, I mean, it could be travel too. It could be just going, but I feel like it's more having an aim, and then followed by the Judgment. I mean, that's really good too because if you've been focusing on something, this is going to be that rebirth of yourself, of a situation. And more importantly, no matter what the situation is you feel alive again. You feel, oh, his claws are sharp. He just like was needing me. So I do feel like that's really, kind of exciting. And then what to look for, I feel like it's more about you know, oops. Thank gosh you were there. You caught my card. Um, let's do one card for each. I'm going to do the first four here. Tell us about. Okay, the High Priestess, please. The Wheel. Okay. Seven of Cups is Nine of Pentacles. Okay, Four of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Strength is Nine of Wands, which makes sense because it leads to the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is our challenge, or is our unexpected. Four of Swords, we're getting some light cards here. What to look for, that Ace of Cups is the Page of Swords, and the Sun is, ooh, the Chariot. Okay, I like that. So, you know, again, I think, so looking at these clarifiers, it's time, right? It's time to have more faith. I feel like there's something moving forward here that makes you feel like, you know, the 10 of Wands, or the, excuse me, the wheel, the 10, moving forward, and keep moving. And that's, again, into your own being. And I feel like that's all about you, with that wheel and the High Priestess. They're both very spiritual. The choices here with the clarifier of the Nine of Pentacles, there's something here about your stability. So there's choices. This could be about work or relationship. And I say relationship because Nine of Pentacles is also about independence. Do you really want this situation? There could be something that comes awry and you say, well, do I, or do I want my independence here? And that could be what's happening as the week moves forward, because we do have the Two of Cups as well. So it's clarifying the Four of Swords. There is a situation that you are going to take a step back from. It doesn't mean you walk away from it. It means you're thinking about it. You're working on, maybe even working on healing a relationship with somebody. And even if that relationship is with your higher self or yourself. But I do see that as where this is headed. So for some of you, yeah, it's going to be somebody. You'll know if that's for you. But again, with that High Priestess, there's a lot about self here. Um, Definitely. And then this makes sense to me, is the Strength, the Nine of Wands. You're going to endure through this no matter what this situation is, for the Strength and the Nine of Wands together, because the Nine of Wands is that energy of wounded warrior, feeling tired, feeling like, okay, I don't know, like, I don't know what to do. You know, like, can I keep doing this? Pulling it, you're together, and the Strength is saying you can. So the Strength comes from you being at a point where you're going, can I really, you know, keep going with this situation? With the unexpected and the Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands, yeah, this healing's been hard. The weight's been hard. This, whatever you have been working on, is hard. And that's all this is saying. And even if you're taking that time out and waiting, it's even harder, because that waiting is like, is this ever going to happen? Or, you know, you need to take action. And I do feel like that's what that Chariot is too, taking action. The Ace of Cups with the Page of Swords, this is an aha moment about a situation. So I feel like there is something new. Look for a message coming in. This could definitely be from somebody, because we do have that Two of Cups clarifying the Four of Swords, and it's like a new beginning. Now, this, if it's a personal relationship within yourself, or just a new way to look at things, or something new that's creative, it does come from an aha moment. So what to look for is pay attention to signs. You know how, like, sometimes you're just, I don't know, scrolling or reading something on the screen, or you know, listening to music, or taking a walk, and you all of a sudden have this idea, and it feels like it comes out of nowhere. That's what you want to look for, because this is something to look for. And I feel like it's going to be some kind of message, some kind of aha moment. And if this is a relationship, I feel like this message comes from somebody, and it's truth, because it's the Page of Swords. I feel like it's a truthful thing. So it might be hard, even. It may be kind of like, oh, that's kind of a hard thing, but I think it's important, and it's important for you to have that ability to move forward. The Sun with the Chariot, I love this. So there is something coming in here, definitely, that's going to be, so I feel like this Chariot could be an energy that comes in that is starting to bring you joy, and you realize it, and it's going to make you happy. This could be like an opportunity to travel, that makes you very happy and you're excited about it. It could be even just the energy of someone coming in, or something coming in that just brings that joy. And I feel like that coincides with the Chariot over here. I'm going to clarify those too. I just wanted to get these ones done. And I'm going to actually put the clarifiers back, and we'll put them back in the deck, because I want to reshuffle. Because now we're going to clarify the challenge, the strength, and where this leads, which is the Nine of Cups, the Fool, Chariot, and the Judgment. So let's do that. I think it makes better sense to, I like to, look for like cards too. To me, that's like kind of important with readings when you're clarifying, is seeing things show up over and over again, because those cards then become more, have more weight. So that Four of Swords to me is like really important, or even the Nine of Wands, because it goes straight to the Ten of Wands. Okay, so what is this Nine of Cups in our challenge? Tell me, what is the Nine of Cups in our challenge? We need a clarifier for this Nine of Cups. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. Okay, that's Five of Cups. Okay, okay. I think I'll get there. The Fool in our strength. What is this Fool? Please clarify the Fool. What is this new beginning? Oh, that's the Page of Wands. That's exciting. I'll explain. Okay, so the Chariot. Where this leads, the Chariot. Clarify, please. Ten of Swords. And the Judgment after the Chariot. Three of Wands. Tell me more about this Ten of Swords. Okay. When I see the Ten of Swords, and especially if it's clarifying a good card, that's kind of strange. So I wanted to know kind of what was over here. I'll explain when I get there. So the Nine of Cups clarified with the Five of Cups. There has been something, so the challenge is you worrying about getting disappointment. So there is something that's coming in, I feel like, that can be exciting, especially with that Sun into the Chariot. But the challenge is that you're worried about investing too much into it, and not investing time or anything like that. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's investing your heart, because you don't want to be disappointed again. You feel like you've been disappointed a lot, probably, and that's what you feel like might happen. So that's why it's really hard to buy into this right now. The Fool is clarified with the Page of Wands, and I get excited when I see those two cards together, because to me they have a lot of the same energy. The Page of Wands is a young person, or a kind of an immature person, and it doesn't have to be young, but that attitude of just doing without thinking, and the Fool is doing without thinking. And I feel like that energy is your strength. I think I'm feeling like you need to focus on the word innocence. Innocence in the, or naive. You don't know everything. You don't know how this situation will work out. It doesn't mean you'll be disappointed. If you go into something with not knowing, then you're going to have a lot more luck moving forward. So I do feel like this is saying, you, this is good. This is a really good thing. I feel like, and I feel like when you take that attitude, it will take away the worry that's there, worried about meeting your dreams because of being disappointed. So where does this lead? It leads to Chariot, and that was clarified with the Ten of Swords, which tells me there's something ending here. There's something ending, and the Chariot is like, I feel like okay, what is ending? You've had, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, that's being alone, feeling independent. Now, I don't feel like it's ending like you're going to be ending your independence, but there's a change here. So the Five of Pentacles to me is that feeling of taking another route. Now this Ten of Swords is a shakeup. So it could be something that's affecting your work and your stability, absolutely. Um, and it could lead to, but the worry is over, and that's what's changing. So Five of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, if you're worried about something, that's changing. There's going to be some kind of new opportunity. To me, that Chariot's a new opportunity that's coming from an ending of something else. But the ending comes kind of as a surprise, because with that Tower there, you might have a little bit of a shakeup. If that happens this week, you get a shakeup or something changes and you're like, oh crap, now what? I feel like that will be the catalyst to moving forward into something new or better. So, no matter how small or how big. So, if something does shake up and you're worried, and then again, right, I feel like actually it's leading you into something better. And that's what's cool about that Chariot. Um, you're just you're just going for it, and I love this Chariot. This is one of my favorite cards as far as the way it looks and makes me feel when I pull it. Oh, I pull it out of a deck doing a reading, so it feels really good. And then with the Judgment, we got the Three of Wands. It's like being reborn and then seeing things unfold in front of you. And I feel like that Three of Wands is you succeeding, because there is a lot of hard work here, because that Ten of Wands tells me something in the unexpected in itself, that this has not been easy. But that Three of Wands, I feel like, is really opening up the world for you as far as the situation goes. It's allowing you, whatever the Chariot is bringing about a new feeling within yourself, and you will be able to see it. Now, the cool thing too with that Three of Wands, being able to see it will allow you to re, go, allow yourself to be reborn, or having that rejuvenated feeling, because I feel like that this Three of Wands, once you can really see, I feel like once you can really see kind of what's happening, you get more excited. So there is something exciting happening this week into the end of the week, and I do feel like it's really good. Is there anything else we need to know? We've got Eight of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Three of Swords. You know, yeah, this could be, I feel like there could be something that you've been working on from the past. There's something here about, I feel like with that Three of Swords, yeah, I do feel like you might feel like almost separating yourself from the past again. And it's like allowing you with that Judgment to move into something new. So there may be, that's why you're worried. So that could be why that Nine of Cups is there in the challenge, because this feels like it could be hard. This feels like to me that you need to know that this has something to do about something in the past that hurt you, and that you were worried about. So if you're worried about, work, because this feels like it partially could be about work too. Like there's something here that tells me about maybe a new opportunity at work coming in, but all in all, there is something here that's going to heal this Three of Swords. And again, Eight of Pentacles to the Six of Cups. You've been working really hard and it keeps going backwards. That's the way I'm feeling. And I feel like with the Three of Swords, that's stopping. Um, I do. That's what I feel like. So, really good. Any advice today? What is our advice? Oh, this is Justice. I think it's just be fair. Like if something comes in and you're worried about being hurt, don't cut it off right away. Give it a chance. Be fair. Um, be fair to yourself and this and the idea or the situation or this new whatever this new situation is, or if there's something new coming along, something different. Be open to it. Give it credence. Give it space. Doesn't mean you have to say yes or no. It means give it a fair shake. Don't discount something that may be really good. If it's not saying like jump all into this, it's saying don't end it before it even begins, because it seems like there's going to be something kind of wonky here. And when I say wonky, just different, the way an opportunity comes in. With that Chariot, the clarifying with that Ten of Swords, and then asking more about that Ten of Swords, having that Tower, I feel like there is something that feels like it leads to a better opportunity, but it doesn't, you can't see it right away. So that's what I mean. Like in most cases, you wouldn't think of it as a good thing when it's going to be a good thing. Like if you lost your job, and I pray to God no one loses their job, but something like that, but then like it turns around right away and leads to something new. Yes, honey. At least, that kind of thing. So I feel like that's what's going to happen. So there you have your reading for the week. And I hope you liked it. Take care. Have a beautiful day.